Hey guys, Steven here, Fanatic Perspective. What else can you say about this Texas basketball team? Unbelievable effort on the road at West Virginia, top 14 team. We're trying to go, we're just trying to remain undefeated in the Big 12. I'm just beside myself with emotion because of people like Andrew Jones. And in my opinion, best story in all of sports right now considering what this brother has come back from and how just him playing basketball, just him being healthy and overcoming leukemia in itself is an incredible, amazing story of strength, courage, will, determination, all those things. But to then come back and be a high level, all conference level basketball player who's clutch and we're really relying on you to carry a heavy load. He's played 37 minutes against, I believe, in the Iowa State game, had a career high, and then comes back today on Saturday on the road against a very good West Virginia team. West Virginia team that's feisty with pressure, all sorts of stuff. Got to give credit to Courtney Ramey as well for the drive and kick there at the end. But Andrew Jones, best story in sports for me. I teared up a little bit for that brother, man, when he hit that shot because it's like watching a movie when you see what he's been able to put together off the court because of the work and just the gift from God and all that off the court. We can't lose sight of that, and I think he is incredibly blessed. His family is blessed. We're blessed as fans to be able to see this young man's story front and center. And then Shaka Smart, the staff, his teammates, for us to be a part of this journey and starts to unshape into what looks like to be a special season for Texas. Right now, we would be a number one overall seed in the NCAA tournament. Now, a lot of basketball left to go. We still have conference tournament, NCAA tournament, all the rest of the Big 12 schedule. There's so much left to go, and when teams are peaking. But the one thing you know with this team is how much they love playing together. That to me matters. That chemistry. That because when you fall on tough times like they did a couple times in this game, officiating being questionable, and I harken back to this moment, 3 years ago when we talk about, I put up four figures. 3 years ago, we talk about like this is like the anniversary of Andrew Jones's announcement, that he has leukemia and he started treatment and all that stuff. And it's like 3 years later, here we are. He's hitting a game winner against West Virginia, and that's like a movie. That's a screenplay in itself. Go back to last year. We go to Morgantown and get hammered. I think it was 97-59. We're not like just an embarrassing display of basketball. We were dead in the water, as it looked like, for the NCAA tournament. Really had to string together a whole bunch of wins. Everyone, our team, our roster's depleted with injury at that point. And I make the video that I was done with Shaka Smart. And at that time, I was in a dark place as a Texas basketball fan because I made that video after seeing TJ4 go off and watching the product on the court when I remember being on the road, and I think I had said that in the video about looking at the box score. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And how wrong I was that night. And I'm glad I was wrong. I'm glad that Texas stuck it out with Shaka even after. I know a lot of people say COVID bought him another year. Whether you believe that to be true or not, I love the way they finished down the stretch last year because I always say, no matter whether or not I'm in it or out on the coach's fan, I want to see the team play hard and try to string together some wins. That's exactly what they did last year. But what they found, because I thought they had found it the year before with the NIT, but what they really, really found was that passion and that drive of like, we just got to play with a crap ton of hustle. We're not always going to be the most skilled team. Most of the time, we will be the most athletic team. And when you start to combine a bunch of those traits and our guards get older, our guards start to grow up and manage the game better, then we can really go out and dominate some of these teams and play different styles of basketball. You saw when Texas was hot from the outside, how they obliterated Kansas. This week, we face a tricky Iowa State team where we actually need to rely more on our offensive sets to get ourselves out of that game. We were able to do that too. Today against West Virginia, down the stretch, West Virginia was shooting out of their minds in the first half. Contested shots, uncontested shots, running great sets. A lot of credit to Bob Huggins, all those guards, those brothers, McBride, all McNeil, all those guys were hitting. Texas down that last 3 minutes, or actually before that 3-minute stretch, we're down 9 twice. The second time we're down 9, Matt Coleman gets called for stepping out of bounds. We felt like he's pushed by McNeil. Shaka Smart goes off on the officials. And that's that passion that had been missing when I said it was time to let him go. Because I'm like, is he even willing to fight? And now we've seen that. We've been seeing that since last season. We're seeing that all year. But he's doing it at the right times. He's not, it's not this fake nonsense or fake anger or whatever. He's figured out a good way of balancing that between his natural energetic personality on the sideline and when he does need to step up and fight for his team. And I think that actually gave him some energy. They went on a run immediately after that situation because basketball is a game of runs within itself. They go on a run after that situation and then tie the game at 57 all before the back and forth. They go down 5 after the 57 all. West Virginia calls a timeout. And that veteran experience, you saw that sink in. Look at the shots Texas was able to get at the rim at the end of the game versus the shots that West Virginia was taking at the end. And I know West Virginia was still hitting some of them, but when you're seeing, Derek Culver do a turnaround fadeaway hook on good defense and he makes it, that's what you want as a Texas fan versus Courtney Ramey able to consistently break his man down and break the defense down, get to the rim. Andrew Jones, get to the rim. Matt Coleman's able to get in the lane and have a comfortable shot and go up. Oh, by the way, we get offensive rebounding from people like Greg Brown and Kai Jones and all of our athletes who are charging and converging upon the rim. It's just a good blend of energy and athleticism. I knew this team was going to be fun before the season. I said that in my preview. I told you, I said, no matter what, you will enjoy this product because we knew Greg Brown was coming in. I knew what we had with Kai Jones already. I knew what we had with Jericho Sims coming back. By the way, the officials didn't want to let Jericho Sims play basketball today for whatever reason. But they can overcome those things. That's what winning teams do. You guys cancel out Jericho Sims. Donovan Williams, one of our more athletic forwards, wings, who's very promising, didn't even play today. We can overcome those things. Jace Febris is starting. We'll see if at one point they get him back in the lineup. They can always use more shooting. So, they're doing this with these guards and these front court guys who are super athletic. I can't wait to see the end of the year montage for all the dunks that Texas has. It's unbelievable how these guys are at the rim, whether it's in transition, because some of that stuff got them back in the game too. And that seems to get them up. I know I might be getting ahead of myself talking about Phi Slam and Jamma, but there's some vibes there. Even it just seems like when we get one of those 2-on-1 scenarios and we throw it at the rim, it's going down, right? And so this is a great product. It's a great product, and it's gone from being a fun product to now a great product to watch and enjoy, and they're playing different types of teams. The Big 12 is an excellent basketball conference. Still have to play Baylor, still have to play OU, still have to play Texas Tech. Real good teams out there. Still have to play Kansas again. We'll have to play West Virginia again. Every single night you're being tested. But what we love to see is that this group got tested even in their out-of-conference schedule. But with their depth and whatnot, Greg Brown can have an off night from the outside, but he can still contribute in other ways. Jericho Sims can battle the foul issues, but we can come off the bench with a Kai Jones and a Royce Ham to supplement those minutes and buy us some time against a really good big in Derek Culver. Those are the signs when you can win and shoot 20% from three, and that doesn't kill you like it did in years past. This team will never be a great shooting team from the outside. But what we do know is when they do hit their shots, because they're good, they're okay from the outside. They're not bad. They're not bad. When you look at their averages, they're right in the middle of the pack from the outside. But they get better shots. And when they make them, now it's a party. And when they don't, they can still win. Like, despite all of the misses from the outside, overall field goal percentage for today's game was at 47%. So even with those struggles, getting to the free throw line, getting in the bonus. They did a good job of getting in the bonus earlier in the second half and getting to the free throw line and be able to convert free throws. So this Texas team, Shaka Smart has, he has really, really turned this product around. And I'm happy I was wrong last year when they went to Morgantown and got obliterated. And I know them going to Morgantown is not the same with the fans and all that. They only had players, friends, and family there today. But just think about how far that this group has come collectively. It's been a blast to watch. It has been an extreme blast to watch every second that Andrew Jones is on the floor playing basketball. Just that's why I love sports. I said that on Twitter. And if you're not following me on Twitter, you're making a mistake. Follow me on Twitter, hit that like button on this video, and in the description you'll see it on Twitter. But real rap, like the Andrew Jones stuff is why I love sports. Best reality TV in the world. Best, and these are real freaking people. Real lives and all that. And you can see him and his sister who played at Baylor, like they're hoopers. And my friends and I was, some people probably heard this in the basketball community. Hoopers never die. You can see that with Andrew Jones. Even when he was going to rehab, still needed to get shots up when he was getting chemo. Like that's the type of dude you guys are rooting for out there as fans, and couldn't be prouder of this group. So, yep, Texas gets another one. They're 10-1 on the season, 4-0 in the Big 12. They're ranked number 4 in the country for a reason. They weren't even favored to win today. West Virginia was favored by 1.5. They go in and get the dub on the road. So, man, fun season. Fun season. Hope you guys are watching and enjoying this basketball team and what Shaka Smart has put together here. So, kudos to those guys. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling about the rest of the season and what some of your big takeaways are thus far. I appreciate everyone who has helped us get over the 8,000 subscriber platform and growing this channel. Thank you guys so much. But remember, horns always up.